You're watching Arkansas Style on KARK.
Feels like there's been a lot of noise out there. Well, what do I mean? There's so much posturing and performing and pretending. Can make the world feel a little fake. Between AI filters and everyone curating their highlight reels, it's easy to lose touch with what is real. And that's maybe why so many of us are feeling disconnected, not from just ourselves, but from each other as well. So on today's episode of Joy Corner, we are going to talk about finding our way back to what's real and back to what matters. I am joined by our girl guide, Heather Boschke. Heather, great to see you, honey.
Hi.
Okay, why are we feeling this way?
Well, you just said a lot of the reasons, all of the performing, all of the filters. And I think a big part of why we're feeling disconnected is that our nervous systems are simply overloaded. We take in more information in one day than our grandparents did in, let's say, a month. Our minds were never designed to process that much input, that much comparison, that many opinions. And we scroll through hundreds of moments that are not ours, and we absorb it all without even realizing it. And that's like emotional secondhand smoke. It's not good for us. And in the middle of all that noise, we have blurred the lines between being genuinely connected and being witnessed. We have followers and likes and DMs and notifications, but far fewer moments of real closeness. So we end up surrounded by voices, yet feeling strangely alone. On top of that, you said it, we're all performing in small ways, curating, editing, polishing, presenting these versions of ourselves. And all of that performance, even when subtle, creates a disconnect inside of us. It's like we're living one step removed from our actual selves.
Okay, so, here's what I'm feeling about this is that, people are seeing us, but are they really knowing us? And how do we define the difference, and how does it create more grounding?
Oh, yes, there is a profound difference between being seen and being known. Being seen is external. It's how others perceive and interpret us, our image, what we look like, our roles, our accomplishments. Being known is internal. It's about being understood and accepted for who we actually are. The good, the bad, the imperfect, the ugly, the unpolished truth behind all the presentation. And while being seen does give us hits of validation, somebody likes something, they tell you something looks nice, or they really appreciate something, it gives you that hit, but being known is what gives us stability, and being known is grounding. And so many of us have been stuck in that performance loop, curating, managing perceptions, trying to show the right version of ourselves. And that is really exhausting. And it keeps us hyper aware, like, how am I being perceived? We're self-protective, like I can't show certain parts of myself. And we're always slightly on guard when we do this. But the moment we shift from being seen to being known, even with one safe person, something in us settles. Our nervous system gets to relax, our shoulders drop, we can exhale. And it's the difference between getting dolled up for a big event and being at home in your PJs with no makeup. It's fun to dress up, but it's also a lot of work and effort. And we crave people in our lives that can handle the real us. And we need to know that exactly who we are is enough. And that's the doorway to grounding. Letting yourself be known, even in small, honest ways, pulls you out of performance and into truth. And truth is where we are steady, we are connected, and actually at home with ourselves.
Girl, when you said wanting to know the real us, that really struck a chord with me for sure. Because at the end of the day, that's who we are. So for folks at home who are feeling lost and unconnected with what is real, let's give them some tips on how to help them.
Yeah, sometimes the fastest way back to what's real is through very simple things. The biggest thing is put your phone down and step outside. Put the phone away, feel the air, notice the sounds, spend time with just you, no one else. Think about all those voices and opinions and emails in that phone. Put that away and just be with you. Another one is call someone you love and have an unfiltered conversation. We do that with each other often, right? It's like, hey girl, how's it going? Things are looking really great and shiny and bright. And then we talk and it's like, let's talk about what's really going on. How are you really? Do something with your hands. Draw, cook, garden, write. Anything that gets you out of your head and into your body is a good thing. And when you're feeling genuinely lost, do not look for like a big revelation. Just ask yourself, what is one thing that feels true right now? It might be, I need a nap. It might be, I'm really missing my girlfriends. It could be, I need a new environment. And let that one truth guide your next step. Even a small truth will bring you home.
Very, very valuable tips. Any others?
Okay, any last tips? Okay, so being intentional about what you consume. We talked about all of the opinions that other people were getting. Not everything that is loud deserves your attention. So pay attention to what you are consuming. You also have to surround yourself with the right people, the people that do know you, that nourish you and don't drain you. And maybe even list what are like 3 people, things, or practices that make you feel grounded, and prioritize doing one of those things or seeing one of those people or talking to them once a day. And pick some time to be without your phone, whether it's in the evening or in the morning, where there's no social, there's no news scrolling, there's no checking other people's anything. And use that pocket of quiet to hear your own voice again. Because realness and authenticity is not about having everything figured out or being perfect. It's just hearing your own voice again, so you know what your needs are. And taking a breath, quieting the noise, that's going to help you reconnect to what's real and reconnect back to yourself.
Well, I always know that you'll pick up the phone when I need a little reality check too. So I certainly appreciate your time as always.
Always.
Thank you. Again, you know, what you see on the glossy, shiny images may not be the real thing that's happening. Be sure to connect with the authentic you. We'll be right back after this with a quick Hollywood report before we announce the winner of this month's giveaway. You're watching Arkansas Style.